significant portion of Los Angeles County through 10 service sites. His success in APTA has earned recognition and commendations from community leaders and public officials. His record of service also includes important leadership roles in a variety of community agencies over the years. It is now my pleasure to ask President Harrison to confer the honorary degree.
In recognition of the remarkable personal achievements and his extensive leadership and service to the community, the Board of Trustees of the California State University and California State University Northridge are very proud to confer upon Michael N. Watanabe the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. And now, Dr. Watanabe will present his brief new remarks.
Hello, graduates. Congratulations. It's a big day for you. And it's a pretty big day for me, too. I can't fully express how deeply honored I am to accept this honorary degree. I want to thank President Diane Harrison, the CSUN Academic Senate, and the Selection Committee. Your affirmation of the work that you've done at ADAP is deeply appreciated. I'd like to thank Chancellor Timothy White and the CSU Board of Trustees for their endorsement of this very special degree. Thank you. I also want to thank my old friend, Dr. Herman DeBose, past chairman of the sociology department, who recommended me. Stand up, Herman. Big bow. He made me do that. The honorary doctorate wouldn't be possible without the people of ADAP, past and present. I want to thank the many current and former board members, the managers, as well as longtime friends who share a strong commitment to social justice and support of ADAP. Will you all please stand and accept your applause? ADAP family. I especially want to thank two founders, Carl Nobuyuki, who wrote the proposal that established ADAP, and Dr. Ford Kuromoto, who advocated for it in Washington. Please stand, be recognized. Thank you. CSUN played a very special role in my life. It was here that the roots of my career were formed. I first came here during the Civil Rights Movement and the protests of the Vietnam War in the 1960s. That generation was engaged in a great struggle for social justice, both here and abroad. The fight for civil rights, the actions against poverty, the push for ethnic studies, the resistance to the war, all consumed that generation. It took a toll on many of us. In drug abuse, overdoses, violence in the streets, and the shocking assassinations that came in that decade. President Kennedy, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and finally, Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy's hit hardest because it was the closest to home. He spoke on this campus the afternoon of his assassination. He shook my hand as he walked through the crowd on his way to the Ambassador Hotel, where he was killed. By that fall, I couldn't return. I dropped out, was drafted, and went to Vietnam. After my discharge, I came back to CSUN to pick up where I had left off. It was here that I was introduced to the world of professional social work. It was an epiphany for me. Professional social work offered me a framework to channel the passion that I had felt with years of social and political rage. CSUN gave me that structure. The sociology department was developing the MSW program at the time. The new field of drug abuse was just being created. CSUN was at the vanguard of that beginning. In a rare opportunity at this undergraduate level, I was placed at a county panel that reviewed funding for proposals for drug abuse services. It gave me a graduate school experience of how social policy can drive social justice. Faculty guided me to graduate school, and by the time I graduated CSUN, my course was pretty well set to go to graduate school, work in drug abuse, and work in the Asian American community. After graduate school, I found ADAP. It was a perfect place for me. I started there in 1975. Over 4 decades, ADAP has grown and changed thousands of lives and saved their families. Hundreds of community leaders have been trained to pursue social justice through their work at ADAP. We engaged in public policy and advocated on behalf of our clients and our families. We placed thousands of people in South Los Angeles in employment. We enrolled hundreds in Obamacare. All of these efforts guided by the pursuit for social justice that began here at CSUN. So I'm at the age, looking back, but you are just beginning your journey. At the beginning of my journey, we were engaged in tremendous struggle for social justice. And guess what? You are on the cusp of another great struggle. The progress we have made over the last 40 years in general, and the last 8 years in particular, are under attack. The right to vote, the right to have affordable health care, the right of women to control their own bodies, the right of equal protection for LGBTQ people, the rights of religious freedom, the rights of immigrants, the right to survive a global warming, the right to enjoy a protected environment, the right to rational drug policies, and rights of poor and minorities. All of these are under attack. The relaunching of the war on drugs by the Attorney General 2 weeks ago will turn back the progress we have made to reduce the hundreds of thousands of Black and Latino prisoners in jails for a health problem. It will set back the progress on medical marijuana and a rational marijuana policy. I was in grad school when Richard Nixon was forced to resign for obstruction of justice. On Tuesday, a special counsel was named to investigate this president in his role in the Russian incursion in our elections and whether he engaged in obstruction. Next Monday, May 29th, is the 100th birthday of President John F. Kennedy. In 1960, at his inauguration, he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Those words launched a wave of activism in our generation. They propelled Dr. DuBose and his wife, Maureen O'Malley, to join the Peace Corps and go to Kenya. They planted a seed in my mind that led me here today. Next Monday, you can celebrate his birthday by taking his words to heart and making a commitment to social justice. I encourage all of you to find a place to do your social work where you can engage in the most relevant struggles of your time. Put your passion on the line in the streets and do your social work. The next 2 years may be for maybe the most critical time of your future and the future of your children. Thank you.